Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the day ahead report, and here we're looking at the S&P 500. So the story's still the same. We're still edging a little bit higher through here, and there's still a little bit more to go as well. This is the little five-wave structure that we're following to the upside. As you can see here, we're extending in this particular structure through here. So yeah, we're going to be counting 5 waves in this little area through here, and as it looks so far, it looks like we've got up for 1 and back for 2, so to speak. We're up for the 3rd here, so we're going to be looking at a 4th in here, and then a 5th wave to go up through here. So we'll be looking at the weekly bullish cycle, which will be up on the Monday, profit taking on Tuesday, V-shape on the Wednesday, and then Thursday should sort of give us that little high point there. So just breaking that down a little bit, that's, excuse me, that's from that wave 4 there, just looking at this structure in through here, so you've got a bit of an idea of what we're tracking here. And obviously this is really important for, well, all the other markets really. Anything that's going up will be in one way or another sort of influence in this particular pattern, so you'll be able to work it from there if we spend a bit of detail on this one here. So yeah, so we've got this move up here for wave 1, back for wave 2, and then we've got the smaller degree of wave 1 and wave 2 through here. In fact, that wave 2 could be in there as well, and that's up for 1 of the next degree smaller, and that's wave 2 and wave 3. So there can be another little wave in there as well, but we won't worry about that just yet. Our first point was to reach the target of 72 there, which has occurred. So we'll just look at this as a wave 4 through here, and then we'll look for wave 5, but we could even get another little one up through there as well. Well, 2 more actually. I can see 2 more waves to go there, but I'll spend a little bit more time on that. It's just that it's the weekend and I want to catch a bit of sunshine. So in looking at this little correction just through here, if we drill into that a little bit, this is on a 15-minute chart here, you can see that we've got a reasonable sort of 5-wave structure down through here. So yes, we could call it wave 1 as the top and come back for wave 2 and then a wave 3 down, a wave 4 and a wave 5. If that happens, well then we've got more of a serious top in play. But for the time being, we'll consider it as being a corrective wave structure, and we'll consider this a 5-wave impulse wave for the A wave. We'll look for a B wave to come in through here, and then the C wave should come in. The C wave should be the same length as the wave A here, or at least have some type of relationship in terms of equality with it, either 100% or 61.8, or I won't go into too much in terms of ratios, but basically the A, the B and the C across here, finding support at the 1460 area through here, and then climbing back up through here as such, and making another new high. And the European markets are same but different. The DAX is pretty much the same as well. Still a little bit more upside there. I think it's going to spend more time at the 7400 here, and the reason for that is you can see that this wave was nice and strong and long and so forth. This one here's a bit shorter, and then this one here's shorter still. Yes, I grant you that that's not finished, but we do have that powerful move in through there, and it's slowing here. So we're seeing a slowdown in here. Each wave structure is becoming like it's 60% of the last one, so to speak, the gold mean or the ratio or something close to that anyway. So you'd expect it to spend more time here. With the FTSE, however, it's a slightly different pattern. From the September low down through here, we've got this movement up here. It spent a lot of time here, okay? So where the DAX, so I'll go back to the DAX for a moment, it just didn't really spend any time. It just moved up quite nicely. So it's ranged up a lot more and got a different wave structure, where this one here is still following. So far we've got up for 1 here and back for 2, but we haven't got 3 yet, nor 4, nor 5. So this is more in tune with the Australian market as such. So when we have a look at the Australian market, that's the last 20-minute chart there. So just bear with me if I got this here, that's there. If I just got a bigger picture here, okay. We're looking for a move up to the 4500 because we've got support on 4300 here, and we're trying to work it to the upside, and it's going okay. It's made a new high here, so that really helps us a lot. So we're looking at counting this up from here as well, let's just start from here. Actually, this can also be a wave one, and well, then I'll get around to that a bit later. So a larger wave one up here and a wave two coming back, which seems to be the case. But in the structure that's important to us for trading purposes is that we've got up for one and back for two, up for three, back for four, and we're looking up for five. And in five, we'll be looking up for one and back for two, three, 4 and 5 heading up through that way. So we're sort of looking for that fifth wave up through there. And in this little structure here that's important to us at the moment is well, of course, also at the 4400, we're going to have a little bit of problem through there as well, a bit of resistance there. So in this chasing this fourth wave up through there, sorry, I should have explained that. Just come back there 1 second. From this wave 4 down here at the 4272, then we're looking for 5 wave structures up from that point. So in terms of counting that, we would be looking at this being up for wave 1, a corrective wave back for wave 2 here, and then up for wave 3. Now in wave 3 we're looking for 5 waves up through there, so we'll be looking, I think that's up for 1 there, back for 2 here, and this is the third wave through here. I don't think it's just quite finished just yet. We'll drill into that in a moment, but basically up for 1, back for 2, nice third wave here, back for 4th, and then 5 little waves up through here. So the 1, the 2, the 3, I think this is the 4th, and there's a 5th wave to go here, then the correction for the wave 4 here. So still a little bit more to go into that. And if we look at that here, this is the 20-minute structure for that. So I can see that this is corrective through here, and it's quite a common sort of pattern through here. So we should see a little push up through here first, and then a move back through there. So keep an eye on that. So the commodities are driving really quite strong, partly because the US dollar is down, and we're also in the mix would be the Shanghai market having its bounce off its lows as well. If I just got time to bring that up through there, if we look at just bear with me a sec while we have a bring this over here. Okay, so just want to point this out. So we were looking for a bounce, but we're looking for a bounce off the 20 here, but obviously it's bounced before that. Things happen. But what we've been talking about all week is this little pattern that's been going sideways through here. So we've had this strong move up, that's all good. We've seen this move come down through here, but that's been on lower volume through here, so it's not a problem. This middle bar here was that one there, so we're seeing that push up through there. It's a positive move. This move here was down, but it was on lower volume, so we know it's corrective. This one's been pushing up. It's come off its lows here, so it's, as far as I can see, it's a corrective pattern. Yes, it could spike back down through here, but the volume is pulsing to the upside and reducing to the downside, so we should see a break through here, and that will help the Australian market and the resources and commodity dollars and so forth push up to the upside as well. So let's have a look at commodities. Okay, starting with gold here, and then we'll go to copper, and this particular wave count that we've got through here is just as valid, and the copper market is also following this particular pattern, but as you know, is also lagging this pattern as well, and the copper is really important for all the base metals, which obviously is suited to Australia and Canada and so forth. So that's important, and we're still seeing the gold market push to the upside. The 1772 there was the next target for little wave 3 here. We'll see some sort of corrective pattern across here before we see it touching on the 1800 up through here. So still further to go on the upside. This would there's a beginning and a middle and an end to a trend, and this is the beginning structure here. And this is partly in the middle of the structure here, so we haven't really seen it unwind to the upside fully just yet. And also with commodities as well, they also tend to extend in the 5th wave rather than the 3rd wave, so stronger wave 5s rather than stronger wave 3s in commodities. Stocks normally have the strong wave in wave 3, so we need to be mindful of that, and we will do. But I think that it'll be a good trade once we've got. See here, we're facing exposure at the 1800, so we want to see a nice big correction across the 1800 and then moving off again. So that's what we'll be looking for there. It'll be a nice platform for the next trade to the upside. But taking this pattern here in mind here, then when we have a look at copper, it's the same as well, isn't it? It's certainly caught up as well over the period of time, and we'll see it settle into the 380 there, because it will run into supply up through here. But our next target to the upside is the medium level here at 400 here. So we'll see that come into play. Such. There, so yeah, all positive there. So that's good for the Australian market and our robo trading. Now the oil has moved up quite strongly as well in terms of moving up to the 100, which was our target, and now it's going to have its correction. So this wave structure here, we can put in either in place here or one more push here, but basically we'll be looking for an A down through here, a B back up, and a C. We're going to be looking for some type of correction through here. So if you're long, you hold long, that's fine, but there's going to be time spent here before we see another push to the upside there. Let's have a look at currencies and the US dollar that's helping support the commodities to the upside, and stocks, of course, and treasury yields as well. Okay, the US dollar here, it's had its rollover, so we're looking at the December contract here. So I lose my wave counts when these contracts roll over, but there's a daily chart here, and the main point here is that you can see that, once again, a trend has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and you can really sort of work out the beginning structures here, which makes it easy to see the middle of the trend panning out through here. And of course the euro would be the same to the upside as well, and the Australian dollar's not far behind it in its own way as well. Look, that will just continue to the downside basically, and it's a bit tricky to pull this apart because it's a new contract. But if we drill in there a little bit further, we'll be looking at wave 3 coming through here, as such, having a bounce off the 78 and sort of retesting back up through here before we see a move to the downside here, which will just be the third wave. There'll still be a fourth wave after that and a fifth wave. So we will be the pattern that we've got to the pattern here of the ones and twos will be the same as at this end with the fours and the fives. So the wave 4 here, wave 5, wave 4 here, wave 5. So it's just a reverse image of this here, but where these corrections are sharp here, these wave 4s can be sideways and complicated, knowing that, but they're normally quite shallow. But the good news here, pressure here, resources strong, and dollar strong, and so forth. So when we look at the euro, it's just a bit like the gold pattern, really, isn't it? You know, just another same. So once again, you can see it's really unwinding to the upside and really sort of gathering speed. So really, if this is when you think about it, if this is when we look at this trend here, if this is the strongest part in the structure here, well, then we must be in the middle of the trend somewhere here. So we've still got, if I reverse the image, all this through here, we've still got all this to unwind in a reverse pattern to the other side over here. So still a fair bit more to go over here. It's just a matter of, we'll be dealing with, instead of waves 1s and 2s as we did down below here, we're going to be dealing with waves 4s and 5s to the upside here. The bigger picture for all this is, as you know, is this is the weekly pattern here, and this is all pretty much going according to plan. So we're looking for 5 waves to the upside here as wave A, then back for B, and then up for C here to make the E of B of a larger triangle pattern. However, as you can see in this little pattern here, the strength is really in here. So this wave 5 here is going to end up higher than that little area here. So yeah, there'll be more to this here. The 134 looks like a good starting point there. The Fibonacci number, of course, so that's something to look out for. But basically, we're counting 5 waves from that length to the top of this here. That's what we're looking for in this whole structure through here. So here's the A wave here. That's what we're looking for there. So there's still, but don't worry about that just yet. There's still more to count out through here. Yeah. So. Okay, so the Australian dollar, There's a couple of ways to count this move up through here, and let me just have a. Okay, the first thing to point out is that the current high that we've got here is the same high as this one here, or close enough to it. So we've got a double top there. So double tops are never the end of the bull campaign. So we can expect further upside, but we will expect a reaction there. The question is do we go from this 106 area here? Do we come back down into the 105 here? Because it's only logical to expect some type of correction across here before further upside, but the 106 is important, but the 106.50 would be important as well. So we could see a move up to the 106.50 first before we see a move back down. There's a couple of ways to count the wave structure up. There's the one that's on our charts at the moment, which you can have a look at. There's also this idea here as well, a little bit sort of stretched, but it does fit technically, which is the wave 1 here and the wave 2 here. And I've seen this before in the Australian dollar in terms of larger patterns and smaller patterns. So it's valid. And what we'll be looking for here is up for 1 and back for 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. The third wave being here and the fourth wave coming back. The fourth wave, the 38.2 retracement level from the bottom of wave 2 here to the top, comes in just below the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. That's why I've got that sitting there. And it's also about the equal swing too. The swing above the 105 would be an equal swing below through here. Yes, of course, we know that the markets in general are quite strong, and that's why I was sort of thinking that we may end up at the 106 first, 106.50 first, before we see a larger move to the downside. So I'm a little bit unsure about this. So the way to handle it would be using the 72 here. So if we just drill in here a little bit further through here, we've got the 72 that's been retested at this stage. So if support is found on the 72, then you know that you'll be looking further to the upside. The other important, and while it's under the 72, it's in bearish mode. The other important thing here too is that on an hourly basis, the S&P 500 and the Australian dollar are moving together. So I would encourage you to look and keep in mind the count on the S&P 500, which is this guy here, and we counted it out before. This is just a chart in the Australian dollar section here, but basically this is the up for 1, back for 2 here, the up for 1, back for 2 here. So we're looking at the third, fourth, so we've still got a fifth wave to come up through here. So that's why I was thinking, if that's the case with the S&P 500, then that's what we also need to allow for with the Australian dollar as well. So we could see some type of correction, even popping down to the 105.30 here, then finding back up here and making another high at least above through here as well, in line with the S&P 500. So yes, but with our local markets, we're sort of expecting the Mondays being positive, the Tuesday being profit taking in the morning and being positive in the afternoon, and much the same on the Wednesday, but a more dramatic move down in the morning session, and then the midweek high on the Wednesday as well. So sort of a struggling topping situation in equities. So just sort of bear that in mind when you're trading there. So alrighty, well that's it. I'm going to go enjoy the weekend. So good morning and good luck.